Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Finally, I decided who I wanna pick as my free 5-star character in Genshin Impact. But before we get into that part, let's talk about if you are an F2P and a little bit confused about who you wanna pick. I can give you some suggestions, but I'm not going to go for too much details, but straight to the point that why you should have a certain character or not, obviously from a F2P perspective. So before we start with all that, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as I make these videos all the time. And if you want to get updated, and thanks to all of you who are always there with the channel, you guys are the best. Now without further ado, at first, let's talk about Jean. She's my most favorite character of all time. If you're an F2P or early in the game, I swear there's no one like Jean. She heals, she deals, she does everything for you. So Jean can be a pretty good DPS character for new players. Also, she can be an amazing sub DPS and a support. With Furina's release, Jean has gotten even better. She was my first 5-star character, and after that, I never had to look back because she was my main DPS for a very long time and she made it very comfortable to play in any teams as she can heal every character in your party within seconds with her elemental burst. But even with her normal charge attack or elemental skill, she can heal herself and all the other party members. If you need a solid healer in your account, you can always choose her. I didn't have to waste my resources on making food because Jean could have healed the whole party. And for that, I could saved a lot of resources and mora. Then because of her height and being an animo character, she was pretty good for exploration and she can literally take your account up to 40 to 50 AR without a sweat. I know cause mine did. Jean can use VV Shred and buff your on-field characters. With her Constellation 4, she can be as powerful as Xiao or Wanderer. Most of her constellations are pretty good, but as a C0 user, I must say I was always very impressed with her overall performance. As I said before, I've been a Jean main for a very long time. Now I don't know who I like the most, but Jean is always the best. Recently, I got her C1 with Furina, so she's doing even better. I always wanted to make a separate video for her, but somehow it never happened. But Jean's pretty solid, guys, so you can always choose her. Next up is our very own Diluc. Diluc was pretty solid character in the early games, but over the time, he has lost his charms. But with the release of Shenyun, now Diluc has the highest damage deal record in plunge attacks. You can also buff him with Furina if you have her, or I guess everyone has at least one copy of Bennett by now. So he can also buff him. But still, with all that, he's not game breaking at this moment, but better than before. Also, his constellations are not that great either, so if you don't have a copy of him, maybe you can get him, or if you have Shenyun, you can give him a chance. But he's really not a must-have anymore. So it's up to you if you want to choose him or no. Then comes Qiqi, and I really don't want to talk about her. So I'll just say only one thing. She's too bad. Never pull for her ever. I'm kind of scared of her all the time whenever I lose my 50-50. She's just there. She's always there to scare me. So yeah, she's just too bad. Don't pull for her and waste your one time getting a free 5-star on her. Even get a constellation for anybody but not her. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. There's a no-go. No-go. Moving on to our next character, Mona. She is one of the oldest Hydro Catalysts in the game. And one point, people really liked her so much. Either for her exploration or her getting damage bonus by her Omen attack style, which you can say kind of a buff. You know, those one-shot or screenshot videos you watch on YouTube with very high numbers? You can actually do that with Mona. So she's not that bad, she's actually pretty decent. Her constellations are not that great. Sometimes people would say they don't even work. So only having a copy of her would be enough for your account. So if you don't have her, you can get her. And if you need a Hydro Catalyst or Hydro player, you are an F2P, you don't have many, yes, of course, get a Mona. She's great in that sense. You should have her. Our next character is Keqing. Keqing is the Electro DPS who's gotten really good with time after we got introduced to Dandro Element and then the release of Sumeru. It has gotten better and better. And also with more powerful and versatile Dandro characters, Keqing has got really good. She's actually got a massive buff in the game. She's one of the best aggravate characters in the game right now, even better than Raiden in that sense. So if you don't have any solid DPS characters in the game, I'll definitely recommend you to get her. Again, her constellations are not that great, so getting one copy of her would be a massive upgrade for your F2P account. So don't think twice on Keqing if you don't have her. She's really nice, she's so good. Get her and you'll never regret about that. Next up, let's talk about Tighnari. I must say he would stole the show. Cause why he's even a standard banner character, I don't know, but Tighnari is actually one of the best characters to pick from this list. If you don't have him, get him. He's great. He's so good as a bow character DPS. His exploration is great. He helped me a lot in Sumeru or even in general with the whole exploration. And when I didn't even have great or good Dandro characters, he helped me a lot. I must say, he was so good. His constellations are also great, so even if you have him and might want to get his constellation, get it, cause they're great. Tighnari would be the only character here who has all the powerful constellations among all of them. But there's only one downside of him. So his playstyle is kind of like charge attack, bow character. So some might find it difficult and hard to play with, but from my perspective, from my experience, even without charge attack style, I have played with him and he was great. He was really good even without a charge attack style. So in my opinion, if you don't have him, definitely get a copy of him. Get his constellation. If you have him already, it would be one of the best decisions for the whole getting one free 5-star standard banner character, because he tops everything and everyone in this list. So that would be a really great decision. So get him if you don't have him. Our last but not the least character is Dehya. So Dehya used to be pretty bad. Yeah, I know there were a lot of drama about her. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, she was pretty bad as a unit. But with time, she has also gotten better. People used to just hate Dehya for not having any buff to her kit, but now with Fontaine and Natlan characters, she has several team options and also a pretty good artifact set. So in short, if you wanna pick her, you should, cause she has some good vape and burning teams now. She can be pretty good in monopyro teams, so that's also a plus point. She even has a resistance to interruption passive, so that could be useful for a lot of characters who need their C1 for it. So if you have characters like that, she could help you. Also, her constellations are comparatively better than a lot of characters here, so now Dehya is actually a better unit to have. Even if you want her constellations, that's better. So if you wanna have her go ahead, get her. But if you ask me, if you're an F2P, I don't think you really need her at this moment, because you can always get her if you lose your 50-50. But she has gotten better with other characters, other artifacts. So if you don't have so many characters, or you don't have those characters to buff your Dehya and those artifacts, your Dehya is just that bad Dehya. So you don't really need her at this moment. Maybe later on, if you have those team options and everything, get her and enjoy playing with her. But at this moment, if you don't have those things, I don't really think she's gonna really add up to your account at this moment. So you don't need her. But if you're a veteran player or more than that, yeah, you can have her and enjoy the game. That's all I'm gonna say about her. So after all the analysis of all the characters, I wanna give my top 3 picks for you guys. Number 1 would be Jean. You already know that, because she has the best utilities for an F2P, and she is just a great unit to have even as a healer with also powerful constellations. Number 2 is Tighnari, because he's just one of the best characters to pick from this list, and his constellations are great. He's good at exploration. Also, Dandro is a very powerful element, so yeah, he's just overall great. And number 3 is Keqing, because she is a great aggravate character, and we all know how powerful Dandro is with Electro. So definitely picking her would be a great decision for an F2P if they really need a good DPS with some powerful team options, and she's just overall great. So if you don't have any powerful DPS yet and wanted to have another option, because we already have a lot of Dandro characters, they're really good, so you can just pair her with them and you have aggravate teams, and yeah, that's pretty cool for a F2P player. So those are my top 3 picks. Choose whoever and whatever, but I'm just trying to help you guys. So next up, let's see who I pick. Okay, for me, I think it's going to be depend on some things that will matter the most, cause after I got Yelan, I've kind of completed my list of characters that I really wanted, except for one, cause that's a standard 5-star and you never know who you're gonna get. So at first, let's check my constellations for all the other standard banner characters I have right now, and then after that we are gonna decide it, who is going to be. You guys can let me know in the comments that who you guessed that I'm gonna choose. That would be a nice thing. Yeah. Like after all this, all the things I have told you guys, what did you think that who I wanted to choose actually? So as you can see, I have one constellation for Jean, one constellation for Diluc, and also there's one for Qiqi, but I don't have any Mona. I have 2 constellations for Keqing. I could save up 3 copies of her. Can you imagine? I even have a copy of Tighnari. I have a C1 Tighnari. It's a pleasure. I know. I'm so lucky. So yeah, I'm so happy. But I also don't have a Dehya. So there's only 2 characters I don't have right now. So you guys have to guess who I really wanted to pick from the beginning. Like, who was the one? Is it Mona or is it Dehya? Who did you think? Because I'm gonna choose anytime now. So who is it going to be? Is it Mona? Is it Dehya? Is it Dehya? Is it Mona? Who is it going to be? So I'm just gonna choose, okay? And I choose Mona!
I am astrologist Mona Magistus, meaning the great astrologist Mona. If it is divination you seek from me, then I ask you respect my name by learning it wholly, here and now.
Yeah, because that's really true. I really wanted to have Mona for a very long time. Whenever I lost my 50/50s, I was always hoping that maybe this time I'm gonna get a Mona. Maybe this time I'm gonna get a Mona. So yeah, she's someone who I really wanted for a long time. So with Mona, every character I really wanted, I have it now. Like in 1 year of playing this game, I think I have completed 1 year, or I don't know, but it's almost 1 year or 1 year. So I collected every character from every region that I wanted, and I think I'm gonna review that later on to you guys. But with her, I just completed my everything. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you to choose wisely and choose the one you really like. But as an F2P, sometimes you have to know some things before you choose something. So your girl is signing off today, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you like the video, don't forget to like and comment, and of course do subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.